Hey, what's good, guys? It's YoungTrece here, and welcome to my first ever video. Today, I'm going to be answering an argument that has gone on for a couple years now, maybe from since 2017. Who's the best center in the NBA? Is it Nikola Jokic or Joel Embiid? Let's get into it. To begin, I just want to go over how both got to this point. Jokic was drafted with the 41st pick in the 2014 draft, whereas Embiid was drafted with the third pick in that same draft. So this naturally led to a little bit of competition. And what really surprised me is the difference in their draft positions. Like nobody expected how good Jokic could be, and this just kind of proves that European players are hit and miss, and you still can kind of see that in the league nowadays with GMs and owners taking a shot on some guy from overseas. But let's go over their stats from this year. As of the 65 games played, Jokic averaged 20 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, an astonishing 7 assists per game, 53% from the field, and 31% from three. Embiid averaged a greater 23 points per game, 12 rebounds per game, lesser 3 assists, 47% from the field, and an efficient 35% from three. But when I was looking at the stats and doing my research, I found something very surprising. Overall, both Jokic's and Embiid's stats dropped from the year before. However, Jokic's wasn't as drastic. Jokic averaged 20 points and 11 rebounds in the 2018-2019 season, so it was not that bad of a drop-off, but Embiid averaged a great 28 points per game and 14 rebounds per game. That's crazy. That is MVP caliber numbers from a center. I mean, you can't ask for more out of your big. Maybe a little bit more passing game, but Jokic just possesses that talent that not many other people have, that universal gift. But yeah, I feel like the reason Embiid wasn't in that conversation, obviously, is the team success, which is still kind of a negative. Like people usually think of Embiid as, the Sixers dysfunctional, and they're not winning as many games as they should. But don't get me wrong, both players do attribute to their team's success. So let's take a look. As of the 65 games played, the 76ers were the 6th seed in the East, whereas the Nuggets were the 3rd seed in a more difficult Western Conference. The Nuggets won 7 more games than the Sixers, and this is with Jokic being a primary star player, because Embiid does have Ben Simmons. He's all-star and potential All-NBA player. And that's no hate on Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray is great. Let's just not pretend that he's as good as Ben Simmons, because it's just not true. And as far as the defensive side of the ball goes, Jokic averaged 1.2 steals per game and 0.7 blocks per game. Not very high blocks for a center. And we already kind of knew Jokic was a defensive liability. He's kind of slow, so you wouldn't expect that he, would be as good of a player as he is, but, he is. And Embiid averaged 0.9 steals per game and 1.3 blocks per game. This is a lot lower than I expected, actually. I thought Embiid was more prominent on the defensive side of the ball than these stats show. Now, I do have to take a little bit of a deeper look into the more in-depth stats, but from a surface level, Embiid definitely underperformed at the defensive end, and it shows that he did not have a huge impact on that side of the ball. So after taking a look at the stats and data, as of now, I believe, and this is my opinion, that Joel Embiid is a better player than Nikola Jokic. However, I do believe that Jokic has the potential to overtake Embiid due to his passing, and he can always grow on his scoring. But Jokic does have that universal gift of passing that not even many guards possess. And, Embiid, if he maybe can get back to the year before when he's taking a larger step now that Jimmy Butler is with the Heat, I believe that he can have an MVP or 2 seasons. Can Jokic get to that point? It's definitely up for debate. They do have a good record and great team success, but, we'll see in the upcoming future. That's going to be it for me, guys. Leave a like if you can. Thanks. I'm out.